puts up a tough shot. Bounces around. Goes in at the buzzer. Working it down to 2-1. A deep three. Oh!
It's population.
That's how you win a game.
It's population. We hustle every day to find picks. You can tell us if you want to get rich. It's population. We robbing Underdog and PrizePicks. We the best in this biz. You ain't telling us shit. It's population. We love making money quick, fast. Cooking up a team card. The whole crew about to smash. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash. The dopest team you ever seen. Winning money, stacking G's. Bookies setting traps, but they'll never catch me. Some people get addicted like rats to the cheese, but I got one obligation to bring Johnny to his knees. Holding back the props till the morning he knows. They'll be fishing in the shack, plotting nukes with the pros. Only withdraw, never reload. Underrated them amigos. We go with honest, we seeking the bloods. We know when a fucking cheat code. Party that I'm sweating, they can't be good for my health. Some might call it making bets, I call it investing in myself. I'm picking props like stocks. Population for the win. Got my sips in by the buzzer now. Let the games begin.
Unbelievable. Just happened. He did it.
It's population. It's population. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash.
All right, yo, what is now that we have a full board somewhat? Just gonna quickly go over these props, not go over in much detail, but last night in our stream, if you caught it, we talked about looking out for Wemby's fantasy first half, and we got it pretty low because his full game is a little bit lower than normal due to matchup and potential blowout. So I like the 25, especially when he's at home. Like I said, Pop tends to give him a little bit longer leash, more for the home crowd. And his first matchup was in Denver, and he went absolutely nuclear in the first half. Let's see, he had 46 fantasy points in the first half. Let's see, bring this up. He had 6 stocks in the first half. And this makes sense, right? With the active Jokic, and Jokic is playing most of his minutes in the first half, especially the first quarter. 2 blocks. He almost had a double-double with 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. Now, the Nuggets might change things up here since they got burned by him in that game early on. They might use Aaron Gordon more for help defense and things like that, but I think he'll still get it done with the stocks and playmaking too if they try to trap him. So I like that. If you think the game can stay close enough, RA, but I think it probably is bumped by now. It was 14.5 last night. I'm gonna stick the first half just due to the potential blowout. Next on the docket, we have a dunk prop. Let's see if it's still there. Make sure it's still there. All right, yeah, we got Capella, 1.5 dunks. The Jazz don't have the size to match him, even when Kessler comes in limited minutes, but he should have easy lob dunks here. He had 2 in the recent meeting at the end of February against them, and that was when he was still playing limited minutes, coming back from his injury. He only played 25 minutes. He had 2 dunks. Great dunk spot for him here. Would have liked it, his first half fantasy, if it wasn't so high. They juiced it. It said to look out for that, but it's pretty juiced. But it's a great fantasy spot for him as well. So I mean, you could even consider his full game fantasy if you don't want to sweat the dunks. But I think it's a great spot for him to get dunks here. And then also caught my eye. They juiced all of Keontae George's props because Dunn is out, Clarkson's out, and then Markkanen remains out. So we played Keontae George 24.5 last night, but that's all bumped. But I think with everything bumped now for the Jazz, I still think you consider Sexton's full game fantasy here. Atlanta is turning the ball over at a really high clip lately. Yeah, I mean, they had a ton of turnovers in recent games. And then I think in the recent meaning Sexton had 6 steals, so he should get an uptick in usage and minutes with Clarkson out and done. I like his assist upside, scoring, and then steal upside too. So a good hedge if you already played Keontae George props early on to go with Sexton's fantasy here, because I'm sure they bumped his points already. I liked it at 21.5, but let's see. I'm sure they bumped it. They bumped pretty much everything. Yeah, it's like it was at 21.5 last night. It's 23. So instead of playing the bumps, I'm just gonna incorporate it all with the fantasy scoring and stock upside here. Okay, next I was looking at is this Toronto-Orlando game. I think this game probably has really high potential to blow out. The Raptors are a skeleton of themselves, and Orlando perimeter defense is one of the best. Suggs is playing really good defense lately, and then when they have Gary Harris playing solid minutes, he's a good defender. So I think Toronto's going to have a hard time scoring from the outside here. And with that said, I mean, Orlando is one of the best catch and shoot defenses. So they're going to really make it hard to get open looks from 3. And quickly he's been taking a lot of 3s, and he's been passing it off to 3-point shooters. And so I think guys like Grady Dick, hard time hitting those shots. So I'm going to go with the under PA. Last night I went under Linux RA, but that bumped down already. So I think this is a good alternate hedge play to that. Let's check what the odds are in the books. Right now it's minus 135 on the under, so there's a good chance it goes down to at least 30 flat, if not 29.5 by tip. But yeah, Orlando limits assists, they limit catch and shoot, and I feel like it's going to be a hard spot. He's going to have Suggs on him, and Suggs as of late has one of the top defensive ratings of all the guards in the league so far. So, but the shot volume is going to be there for quickly. So if his shots are falling, I mean, he could definitely make it a sweat. But just based on matchup and the data, it's all pointing towards the under here. And as of right now, that's it. But we're going to throughout the day and as news drops and put them in our Discord. So if you're not part of our Discord, join with the Patreon link in the description below, and then Discord and join our group. And we're going to go over more plays and drop a list with notes and everything on why we like plays, and try to solidify solid like 5 picks and 2 picks, core 2 picks as a group. But yeah, as of right now, that's what we're leaning. And one honorable mention I wanted to put out there was Bradley Beal. His first half PRA or fantasy, I think, Nurk is in a great spot, but he just keeps getting juiced. I mean, he was at 17.5 first half fantasy, then he went to 18.5, and now he's at 19. And also, he's on a back-to-back, and he also is, is Ramadan, so like he's not eating, and a big being on a back-to-back, I think his minutes might get cut down. He played huge minutes in the first half yesterday, so a little bit risky there, being a big his size and not eating that much and on the back-to-back. So Beal, I think, has probably the best matchup here, because Charlotte's 2 best on-ball defenders, Miles Bridges and Brandon Miller, are going to be on KD and Booker. I think Brandon Miller will probably be on Devin Booker. So Beal is going to have the softest matchup here. Now it's just a matter of him making his shots, but I will say the Hornets half-court defense has been better as of late. So yeah, something to think about. And I think it's because Brandon Miller's a solid defender and Miles can be too with his length at times. But yeah, I think Beal is going to have a lot of open looks and opportunity here. So very your fantasy. I think he has stock upside here with guys turning it over like Brandon Miller and Micic and Trey Mann. So yeah, wanted Nurk, but it's high. I mean, the rebound, he should have rebound galores in this matchup because Hornets really struggling on the glass. as of late. So, but that's a high price you're paying for. All right, guys. Yeah. Like I said, join us, and we'll catch you later. Good luck.